And hold up, let me hit this dumb wild blackened Wesley Snipes crunch. I got some blackened like my salmon.
Michael Blackson one time.
I gotta hit that Michael Blackson one time. Man.
Go ahead.
Yo, Reg.
Good?
You over here saying we out here in New Haven.
We in my stomping grounds. We in my backyard right now.
And I was like, look, we gotta do New Haven pizza as the best pizza in Connecticut. And you was like, Daym, 3 spots come to mind.
Yes, sir.
So over here, we're gonna slide the Frank Pepe's first. This week, we're gonna also hit Sally's on them.
Yes, sir.
And then we're gonna hit Modern Pizza on.
Last but not least.
Last but not least. Facebook, Twitter, it's your main man Daym Drops back again with another super official Foodie Kid Digging, baby. I know you can. What up, baby? Yo, Reg. So to let you guys know, when you're talking about pizza, Reg.
Yes, sir.
You talk about mainly 3 different locations when it comes to pizza. Quick shout out to my Chi-Town fam, because Chicago gets caramelized crust, thick pizza popping. You don't talk about caramelized crust in New York. You don't talk about it over here in Connecticut. Nope. You talk about it in the Chi. I went to Pequod's Pizza in Chicago when I wanted that real for real. Okay? Now, if you want what I like to call quarter water, that thin joint, that thin slice, extra crispy joint, you go to New York. You don't go to Chi-Town. You don't come to Connecticut. You go to New York because New York water be getting their dough right. Yeah, New York, what up, baby? What up? But here in Connecticut, yo, look dumb crispy on the edges, don't it?
Look at them edges.
Does that sauce look bossed up to you, or is it overly bossed up? Is it clumpy, lumpy? How do you feel about the sauce when it comes to the pizza game?
The sauce is definitely overwhelming the cheese. Usually, you're used to the cheese layered on top, and then you got to dig into the sauce. The sauce is letting you know I'm not coming to second place.
Oh, like that?
The sauce is letting you know I'm not coming to second
like
place.
Like that? That's what the sauce is saying?
That's what the sauce is saying.
Sauce is saying don't play with my emotions?
Don't play with my emotions. I'm coming up out of here. So, okay, sauce, I see you.
Okay. Well, this cheese is screaming mozz. It's screaming, yo, we putting up slabs of mozz on the cheese. When it's melted up, it's schmelted up. I ain't gonna stunt, Reg. This is a little skinny joint.
Look, I'm about to say, look at that.
Hold up. This is a little skinny joint. You pull your joint. Oh, okay. Oh, you a skinny mini thing.
This is a thin cess.
Okay.
Not a princess,
Not a princess, a thin cess. Okay. Well, a little bit of drip.
I was about to say.
The drip on the grease.
I know you see the hang time.
There's hang time on that grease. Yo, I'm telling you right now, that ain't even the grease that you put up in the afro to keep it shining. You know what I'm saying?
You got the Cardi B drip.
Let's go.
Go. Okay.
Ooh, she wet.
Ain't she?
She wet. Go.
She was watching some movies before I got to her.
Yo, not for nothing. That sauce is overpowering. I don't know if I'm in love with the sauce. That sauce is talking back. And
I got a lot to say, I'm telling you.
I don't like my sauce to talk back. I want the cheese to be dumb cheesy, right? Okay. Which I got. I give it to Frank's. Frank Pepe's came up with the cheese, the mozzarella game, the pull game is right. But that sauce don't taste like grandmama made it.
What?
Like if we talking Little Italy, Reg, sauces have dumb wild flavors. Now this sauce is decent, don't trip. It's a decent sauce. But I remember the original Frank Pepe. Like I remember the old before they bubbled up and started making more locations. And I know what happened. You make more locations, You don't have grandmama
that little
in the
commercial.
right. It gets a little commercialized.
Yeah.
I will not sit here and stunt. It's not a bad pizza because I had some bad cardboard tasting pizza before. So we got some official pizza right here. You saw the drip of the grease. You saw the pull on the mozzarella. And hold up. Let me hit this dumb wild blackened Wesley Snipes crunch. I got some blackened like my salmon.
Michael Blackson one
I got to hit
time?
that Michael Blackson one time. Man.
Go ahead. They get that Bridgeport crunch.
Son!
Ooh.
Son!
Ooh.
Son!
Ooh.
That crunch dumb crunchy.
Dumb crunchy. I thought you had a bag of chips in your mouth.
You know how you do? You get a handful of chips and you just get real fat about it and blah, blah. Yo, this crunch right here, I think I broke 5 teethuses. I broke and chipped my teeth on it. Yo, I had bark. I hit bark on that one, son. That's straight charcoal crunch. I had charcoal crunch on the crust. That crust is dumb good. That's that wood fired oven crunch.
Definitely. That's that brick oven talking to you.
Straight brick oven. That's that brick. So I appreciate that crunch is crack. Whoa. Then that's what you look forward to when you're eating a pizza. Part of my attitude, because I got one off latitude, ain't no longitude. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
All I'm saying is, you get into the pizza, Reg. You get into the pizza. You mess it around. You get in that cheese, would you please? Feeling a certain way about the sauce because it's not a boss. It's been chopped up and commercialized. But then I got between the thighs, had a rise up to the crunch on the crust, and then I bust. Oh!
Mad Dylon.
More fire. That was food porn for real.
That was
my
sick.
bad, kids.
That
My
was
bad.
sick. That
My
was
bad. I
sick.
was tripping.
18 over. But like you said, I'm used to the cheese being the lead singer. I'm not used to the background singer coming up to where Beyonce at, you know.
Did you say what is Michelle doing? Come on, you gotta do it like that. You know her career
the sauce is definitely Michelle. The sauce is Little Mama. Jay-Z up there with, with Alicia Keys when they, and then Little Mama came across there. New York, yeah. The sauce is Little Mama. The sauce Little Mama did. But it's still a good performance though. It's still a good performance. You definitely get a Grammy off the crunch. Okay, respect. The crust gives you another flavor in itself with the crunch. The crunch give it a whole nother aspect. Now, when you get that pizza with the soft dough, I want my crust to feel like a bed in jail. I don't want my crust to feel like a bed in heaven.
Heard you.
I don't want that pillow top.
Nobody asked for the pillow top.
I need that concrete.
I need that American X face against the concrete step on the back of the wig.
I want to wake up sore in the morning after
you.
sleeping on that.
I need a better mattress. That's the type of crunch and crust all good pizza should have.
Yeah.
So for Frank Pepe's crust, it bangs out with that 5 all day.
Oh, definitely.
For Frank Pepe's mozzarella cheese on a regular cheese, I give it a 4. For their sauce, I ain't gonna stunt. I'm gonna give you sauce a 2. I'm giving the sauce a 2, Reg. I ain't gonna stunt.
I'm not that low. I'm thinking a 3.
Good for you. I'm glad you thought that. It's getting a 2 from me. But overall, because I remember their old sauce. That's why I'm giving it a 2. I remember their old sauce before the changes. So that's why I got to keep it a buck.
Okay.
All right. That's your cheese pizza, though. All right, so I'm getting some extra. That's all I'm going to say off the top, like right in the very beginning. You know, some of the pieces have a lot of pepperoni. This particular one I picked up only had 1 piece of pepperoni, but the crust was like how I love it. So I'm just grabbing pepperoni from the other joints. So I got mad pep.
Yes, sir. Them pieces of pepperoni I picked up made the extra difference. The same effect it had on the crust, the same thing it got on the pepperoni. The crispier the edges, the better the flavor.
Heard you.
The better the flavor.
Heard you.
Now that's the Benz all around. You know the difference between an S class and that C class. You know what I'm saying?
Right, you do.
You know the difference.
Oh, yeah.
You know the difference.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That pepperoni is the Benz with the kit. Right. That pepperoni is the Benz with the kit.
With the AMG kit?
With the AMG kit.
Like that?
Just like that. The pepperoni is letting you know it's here. I ain't taking no for an answer. Now, you thought the sauce was talking.
Right.
All I taste is pepperoni. I don't taste no cheese. I don't taste the dough. I taste the sauce. The sauce is hating.
The sauce is on. Yeah, the sauce is hating.
The sauce is there. It's the sauce and the pepperoni banging out.
Yo, I swear for goodness, yo. I'm with you. I'm riding with you. My pepperonis were popping too. If by chance they could just go back and show that sauce a little more love in the flavor department,
it'd make all the difference.
Yo, they would be a heavier contender in the game.
Because that's like, aside from the topping, that's like you said, it's screaming for attention. It's Kanye on the table. It's screaming at everybody. Right. It's not that little, the cheese is a little girl in the corner.
You ain't saying make Frank's great again, did you? I like where they're going. The pepperoni, you're right. The pepperoni is definitely right. Still a greasy situation. It is what it is. If you don't like your pizza extra greasy, you just take a napkin. You know what I'm saying? Dab it a couple times. It's whatever. But that crust, man, just provides so much flavor. It's still a thin crust. Light on the dough. Cheese just right on the mozzarella sauce. Y'all know how I feel from the cheese pizza. Pepperoni, the crunchy pieces of the pepperoni. Nice little flavor, nice little bite on that. A little bit of saltiness kicks in, creates a nice little balanced pizza, as it's supposed to be.
That pepperoni is making the difference. There's a difference between walking out the house with your shoes with no laces, right, and the one with the laces. That pepperoni is the laces. It's keeping everything together.
For me personally, my overall Frank Pepe's pizza experience here in New Haven, I'm gonna mess around and I'm gonna give it an overall 4.
A 4?
An overall 4. Pizza's decent. Again, love the crust, love the flavors that the pizza itself actually had going on. Sauce threw me off a little bit because it's not the old sauce that I remember. But if it's your first time experience, you might love it. That might be just enough for you. Some people like sweeter sauces. Some people like a more savory sauce. Some people like, just the baseline sauce. So it really comes down to preference. Just like it comes down to preference if you like, caramelized crust from Chicago, extra thin crust, that straight wood-fired style. You're getting that definitely brick oven city, in New York. And then if you just love the overall pie. Overall pie is happening out here in Connecticut. So that's how I feel. What's your take on that, bro?
I'm rocking them with, I say 3.5, 3.7. Crust amazing, pepperoni is amazing. It lets me feel good knowing that if they had to sacrifice something on this earth is being put to good use, because that pepperoni was smacking. If I could get a can of that pepperoni by itself, I'd probably eat it just like that. Wow. I'm not gonna lie to you. If they could make sure every piece of pepperoni got that nice little Michael Blackson around the edges, I'll tackle that all day.
Okay.
I'll tackle that all day.
Respect.
The dough itself is kind of quiet. It's real thin, compared to some other spots around here. The crust is real thin, real thin. That thing is like a cookie sheet. When you bake cookies on a little sheet, that crust is about the same size as that sheet. Okay. You lick it too hard, it's gonna melt away. But that's a good thing, though. The sauce is in the building. Like, when you look for a song, when it's featuring somebody, you don't expect to hear the person featuring as much as the person the song belongs to. Imagine you feature somebody in a song and they singing through the whole time you trying to talk. Everything you do got their voice right behind it.
Hey girl.
Hey, how you doing? It's Reggie Reg. Hey, you mind chilling, Dame? This is my song, Dame. This is my song, Dame. It's my song, Dame.
Hey girl. Hey girl.
Hey girl. This is my project. This is my album. I'm trying to go platinum here.
Come here, baby.
And you gonna drop the deep voice on them.
You know who loves you. Well, y'all, we have 2 more spots to hit. We're gonna try to do that this week.
Yes, sir.
We still gotta go to Sally's, and we still gotta go to Modern, and we gotta see of the 3 locations who comes out the top Don Chi pizza pie joint out here in Connecticut.
All right. So we got a 3.7 so far. Let's see what the other 2 are, man.
You know what it is, your main man Daym Drops, and of course,
Your boy Reggie Reg, and you don't need a clock to know what time it is.
We out of here. I thought the deuce.
Cause this nigga Dave tripping.
I thought I told you that we won't stop.